Hello guys and welcome back in this new video on our C++ series where we're going to talk about do while loop and how it's working. The do while loop is a control flow statement that executes a block of code at least once before checking a condition. Unlike the while loop, which evaluates the condition before executing the loop body, the do while loop guarantees that the code runs at least once, regardless of the condition. This makes it useful for scenarios where you need to ensure an action occurs before validating a condition, such as prompting user input or processing data. So let's move on our code line quickly and let's see the structure of a do while loop. So we start with a do, we open our curly braces, okay? We provide our statement, we close our curly braces, then we write our while word and we provide the expression as well and finish with a semicolon, okay? So I'm gonna move forward with our first example here, okay? In order to make you understand better, I'm starting with something pretty easy and it's the same example that we worked on with while loop in the previous video. Let's watch that video on while loop if you want to know the difference between do while loop and while loop, okay? So this do while loop function started this do while loop program started with our variable, the type integer of integer type initialized to 0, okay? And after that we write our do, we open our curly braces, okay? We provide our statements, okay? Our statement here is prompt to the user enter an integer between 1 and 5, okay? And send or store the user input in the variable number, okay? We close our curly braces after that, then we proceed with our y. Y number is less or equal to 1 or number is greater or equal to 5. See out thanks NL, okay? So we're gonna do this while this condition is verified. When this condition is not going to be verifying anymore, we're just going to see out the thanks and end our program, okay? So let me comment the next program here and let's try to execute this quickly and see how it's working, okay? So I'm going to compile it first, okay? After compile it, I'm going to build and execute. Enter an integer between 1 and 5, okay? I'm going to say X. I got the message that is popping again. 10, 20. So finally, when I'm going to provide a number between 1 and 5, I got the thanks message, okay? So that's a little bit it. It's better for input validation than the while loop, okay? In most of the case, because I'm going to double check previously. So that's a little bit it about our first program with do while loop, okay? So I'm going to comment this right now and we're going to move on the next do while loop program that looks more complex and more interesting, okay? So this next program has for purpose to evaluate the area of a room. Okay, so we can see that we start by asking to the user enter weight and height separated by a space for your home. So this is some kind of program to evaluate the area of a room. Okay, so for that I've started by creating the character name selection. Okay, and I've initialized it to 0. Okay, and inside my do section, okay, I've created the variable the type of type double name with initials to 0 and height initials to 0. Okay, then I prompt to the user enter with and height separated by a space, and I've stuck the user input in the specific variable. Okay, so after doing that, I've initialized as well my variable area, the type double. Okay, I've initialized it by width multiply by x. Okay, so the next line is see out the area is, and I'm just going to pop up the value of the area that we got here. Okay, the output of this variable. Okay, and say out calculate another inside my parentheses yes or no. Okay, and I'm going to keep the result here in the selection variable. Okay, if it's yes or no. Okay, so I get the input for selection that we have created on the beginning here. Okay, so after that I said I've written my y section. Okay, y selection is equivalent to y, or selection is equivalent to lower or uppercase y. Okay, I always gonna repeat this process when I'm gonna have y as answer here. But if I have no automatically, or if I have something else than lowercase of y or uppercase of y, I just gonna have a thanks to close my code. Okay, so let me save this, compile it and execute it so you can see how it's working. Okay, so enter with an x separated by a space. Okay, so 2.5 space 5. The area is 12.5. Calculate another yes or no. If I want to calculate another, I can say yes. I have the question that is popping up again. 8.2 space 40.3. The area is 330.46. Calculate another. No. Thanks. So you see how it's working. So it's just awesome. Let's practice it, and please tell me in the comment if you have some question. If I've moved faster on some section, let me know and I will be happy to help in comment. Okay, so if you have learned something new in this video, please subscribe to this video and like, and see you on the next video on our C++ series. Bye.